of something, and I was just going to ask you.
Yeah.
You've talked about you and your relationship, and your relationship is still going. How has your partner had to learn this understanding, these principles too, to make your relationship okay?
Great question. Great question. He's upstairs at the moment. I don't think he's listening in, so I can say anything I like. Okay, so I would say, I mean, he hasn't, is the straightforward answer. He has not learnt this understanding. He could probably reel off a few things that I, might term, these are the principles I talk about. He could probably reel those off, because you'd struggle to be around me, my auntie and my sister and our little gang in North Devon here without hearing something. But he has never sat down in a workshop with us. He's never gone to a meetup. He's never watched, he may have watched 1 or 2 little webinars. He's never been to a conference, a retreat. We've never sat down and said, right, I'm going to tell you about these principles that underpin life, and you have to know them for us to be in a relationship. That's never happened. We have conversations, because this is a lot of what I talk about, so it just happens naturally. But that isn't something that's happened in terms of, like, I think in kind of relationships and stuff where people officially go for relationship counselling or that kind of thing, both parties have to be involved, and that it's not been at all like that. What has happened is that I have seen life differently, and our relationship has changed. And what I've kind of noticed around that is that hugely I was turning up in that relationship with conditions and demands and insecurity, rules that he didn't even understand. And with all of that that's dropped away, it's given me a space to be myself, it's given him a space to be himself, and it's given us the space to be ourselves together. And that's all that's changed. One tiny little thing in me shifted, and the whole relationship shifted. So yeah, great question. And the simple answer is no, he's never had to sit and listen to the principles in order for our relationship to change. Which I know for a lot of people, that's the thing. I know even if it's a work relationship or anything like that, well, everybody else at work needs to know this. Nope. That was another thing that changed me. When I left the job that I was in, that I was talking about, where I had my meltdown, I went and worked in an office, just a sort of officey admin job in Coventry. And for maybe about a year or so, it was really good. I was in a really good space. And then I did have a bit of a blip, and I had stress, back in that stress. It was never as bad, but it felt like it for a while. Oh, it's that stress again. Oh, I'm repeating patterns. People need to be different. Everybody around me needs to know the principles. And I had maybe 1 or 2 conversations with Deb, and oh no, I've gotten lost again. I've forgotten what my feelings are telling me. I've forgotten the truth of who I am. That, a few conversations. And one of the reasons I do webinars like this and do the work that I do is because I see the difference it makes to have this kind of conversation regularly, to remind ourselves, because we do forget. I forget. I think my feelings are telling me something outside of me sometimes, and then I'm reminded and things shift again. So yeah, even whether it's a personal relationship, a work relationship, anything at all, when you see something different, everything changes.